In the test ride, I could tell that Diva was nervous and also that she didn't have much training, but I kept hearing in my head, just show me what you want. Show me what you want. I had a vet check done and specifically asked him to check her gaits for soundness because I didn't know how to judge a gaited horse. The only thing he noted on the report was that Diva had some tenderness on her right lower back, which he thought was probably from an ill-fitting saddle. Since I would be having a saddle fitted to Diva once I bought her, this did not seem to be a deal breaker. I have no video of the first 6 weeks of work. I was shocked when I began working with Diva on a lunge line. I knew from what I had seen in the round pen with the previous owner that Diva only knew to go fast and couldn't settle and connect with the human. She had been taught that her job in the round pen was to run around as fast as she could. But what I was experiencing was way more extreme than that. She would be strung out at the very end of the lunge line as far as I would let her out, running around in a circle with her head cocked to the outside and her eyes wide with fear. She seemed to have no sense that I was even there. It seemed to me that she was actually dissociated, as if she was back in another time to another lunging session gone really bad. What was even worse was that her legs got all mixed up and she would almost trip over herself. It seemed that she could not connect her front legs to her back legs. She could actually be in a trot gait behind and a canter gait in front, or at least that's what it looked like to me. It was all out of control. After a few weeks, she began to be aware that I was there and to connect a bit with me. She wasn't quite as frantic all the time and could settle down for a few strides at a time. But then her nervous system would go into overdrive again. She would squeal and take off running around in a circle, seemingly completely oblivious to me. If I tried to slow her down by putting pressure on the lunge line, she would rear straight up in the air. Interestingly, I was never scared when she did this. She did not appear to want to strike at me or hurt me. She just needed to go somewhere when all this flight energy built up. And if she couldn't go forward, she would go up. It became obvious to me that she'd been traumatized by something in her life that had caused her nervous system to become so hyperactive and quick to react. But she was another horse altogether when I was just hanging out with her. She loved being groomed and talked to. She would put her head in my hands and just stand there, still. She so wanted to connect with me. After I had Diva for about 6 weeks, I began my training to become a somatic experiencing practitioner, learning how to release trauma energy that had become stuck in the body. After that first day of training, I went out to work with Diva. Only this time, I thought about slowing it down. I made sure I was grounded in my own body, breathing slowly, deeply, and regularly. I played with the lunge line, gently slowing her down, but not so much that she would want to rear up. And as I did this, she began to settle. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Look at that stride open up. Good girl. So hard not to grab at the reins.